All right, let's get real for a sec. I spent a good 18 months of my life feeling like I was on a coding hamster wheel. I was stuck in those endless tutorial loops, churning out the same to-do app in 5 different frameworks and uploading it all to a graveyard of half-finished GitHub repos that no one, not even future me, ever bothered to look at again. And honestly, I genuinely thought I was being productive. I felt like I was learning, but if anything was a waste of time, that was it. And for a dad trying to break into tech, wasting time is an expensive luxury you just can't afford. So if you could magically wipe my brain clean tomorrow, hand me a new laptop with free Wi-Fi, and drop me into the chaos of the job market, here's the exact 6-step process I'd follow. And this isn't theoretical fluff. This is the exact roadmap I'd follow to hit hire ready in 6 months. First things first, you gotta torch that phrase, I'm just a beginner. Seriously, set it on fire. Replace it with I'm a builder who hasn't shipped yet. That single switch flips you from being a passive consumer to an active producer. Next, about languages. Just pick one. Stick with it until you've shipped 3 real projects. For the widest door into the tech world, start with Python. If your heart lives in the browser, go with JavaScript. I work primarily in Java now, but I recommend Python because its syntax is cleaner and it has the widest immediate application for a beginner. Don't even think about Java, C Sharp, or anything else right now. The internet is tutorial hell. It's basically a dopamine slot machine. Instead, choose a single high quality project based course and finish every single exercise. Just commit to one. And if a concept feels fuzzy, just break things on purpose. And in case you're wondering why you'd ever go about doing that, it's because breaking things and seeing how they fail and then fixing them submits that memory far better than any flashcard ever could. Within 3 weeks, you need something live. This is how you break the chains of tutorial hell, by shipping something you built from scratch. Your first project should be a boring clone like a simple calculator or a classic tic-tac-toe board. You want boring because this means you can find 1,000 answers online. It's about building muscle memory for core tasks like writing logic and debugging. And here's a pro tip. Write a short blog post about it. Pick one bug you encountered and explain how you debugged it and fixed it. Recruiters love engineers who can clearly articulate their thoughts. Tutorials feel safe, but when you want real growth, you can find it in the error messages. After that clone, pick a small problem you actually care about. You can expect to stare at stack traces for a few nights straight, but that frustration, that's the feeling of finally doing real engineering work. When you hit a wall, join the community on Slack or Discord and try to answer questions that are just one level below your current understanding. Nothing exposes the gaps in your own knowledge quite like explaining for loops to a friend that keeps calling an array that random square bracket. And if you want to get your name out there, submitting a pull request is the best way to go about it. Even opening one for something as small as a typo in documentation goes a long way. If this roadmap saved you even 1 month in tutorial hell, smash the like button and let's get more beginners unstuck. And hey, if you want the exact treehouse track I'd pick, plus my personal checklist of projects to tackle, grab the PDF link in the description. No email wall, no hoops to jump through. Just take it and go build something. Alright, you're ready. If you only stick with me for one project in this entire blueprint, make it this one, because without it, your portfolio is invisible. It's time for the big one, a full stack application. This is the Trinity employers scan for, a front end, a back end, and a database. Let's build a library tracker. Look, if you're anything like me, you can't afford a 10-hour detour debugging some complex deployment framework. That's why we stick with tools that just work. For your tech stack, keep it sensible and widely applicable. If you chose Python, go with Flask. That's your lightweight engine or the simple server that handles the logic. Pair that with SQLite and think of it like a hidden Excel sheet that runs behind the scenes. For the front end, React is basically still industry standard. That's how you build the buttons people will click on. Now for the AI noise filter, force multiplier, not crutch. Every week, there's a new prompt engineer course. Ignore it. Your job is not to fine-tune the language model. Your job is to master the fundamentals. AI is solving the easy problems, so you need to focus on mastering the hard ones. Use ChatGPT to rubber duck your architecture ideas. For your tracker, ask it to sketch out the components and the data flow. Then you go code the details. This is force multiplier, not cheating. Next, deploy your full stack app. Put the backend on Render and the front end on Netlify. Now you've hit the junior dev bar across 80% of job postings. You've built, you've learned, you polished. Now your resume isn't going to say enthusiastic fast learner. Instead, it'll say Python developer who shipped 3 production applications. But first, you gotta understand the numbers game. You'll apply to 50 jobs and you should expect 49 ghostings. Seriously. When I was searching after my bootcamp failed, I tracked at least 63 applications. It sounds brutal, but it's what led to the apprenticeship that got me my first job. If the pressure's on, just freelance first. Charge $500 to replace a local business's Excel sheet with a simple web form. And instead of saying I learned Python in an interview, you can say I built a booking system for a local salon that cut the owner's admin time by 6 hours a week. Remember, impact sells. I can't rewind my own journey, but what I can do is hand you the map I wish I had when I was starting out. It's a flight plan built on experience. So here's the shortcut: ship 3 real projects and show the world. That's the entire blueprint. Everything else, the tech stack, the resume, the job interview, it all flows directly from that work. Follow the flight plan, commit to the process, and 6 months from today, you could be sitting across from a hiring manager. They'll look at your portfolio and know that you've been working. Remember the coding hamster wheel that I started on? This blueprint is how you step off for good. Now close this video, open your editor, and push your first commit. The absolute best time to start over was yesterday, but the second best time, it's right now, so get to it.